Alright, what's up my archfiends of chaos? This is your Kid Rose Gaming, Gamer, and I'm going to be talking about a subject that may make me lose subscribers. I might even people call me every name in the dictionary. I may be canceled for this. But just know, I'm not doing this over a political basis. Because at this point, I'm apolitical. You know, I just don't like crazy stuff. And stuff being pushed onto me. And also, this might get me in huge trouble. They might even take this video down. But if they do take this video down, you'll know why. And it's because the subject's going to be referring to what new age gaming is. With DEI stuff. I wanted to make a rant. And you know what? I try not to let it bother me, but I got a PS5 for certain games. I got a PS5 for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, for Silent Hill 2 Remake. And I'm kind of getting nervous because it wasn't enough of it wasn't enough of them wanting to censor Tifa and put some DEI spins on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which actually, you know what? If even if Aerith didn't die or multiverse whatever, and there's even more mini games than they have to be, I don't think the game would have got as much of a bad score as if they did if they didn't have the ethics department included. You gotta understand, the ethics departments, these organizations like Sweet Baby Inc., Hit Detection and stuff like that, they're not your friend. They're not your friend. They're not here to help you sell. They're there to push an agenda. They're there to push a narrative. You know, these are just angry, disgruntled people with money. That's all they are. You know, they don't care nothing about gaming. And the weird part, and like I said, this is going to get me in trouble, but if you try to make all your women look like trans women to be progressive with the trans thing, why are you making the women look very masculine? Because the thing I know about trans people, and I'm good friends with someone who is trans, they kind of want to be all the way. I don't think they're trying to look into not being what they want to be. Like if a man wants to be a woman, they'd go out of their way, do all the hormone therapy, it's the surgeries, and everything necessary it takes to be feminine. You know, even the ones that still have the Adam's apple still looks a little bit more feminine than some of these characters. Like the Mary Jane Watson, like the Fable 5 girl, I forgot her name, which is kind of ironic because the Fable 5 girl, the actual model, the capture model that they got for the Fable 5 girl, the model actually looks pretty good. So they purposely uglified her. And then when you got the kind of people that say Stellar Blade is for people who have not seen women, yet the girl from Stellar Blade, Eve, is looks exactly like the same capture model. Looks like the same capture model as the character. Yet somehow the Fable 5 girl, the model the character could not look like the model. And then Mary Jane Watson with the big masculine chin thing. And the reason I'm talking about this, and this is why this is getting me upset. I was hyped for Silent Hill 2 remake. The trailers look good. I wanted a pre-order. Now I'm just gonna wait until it just comes out and buy it straight up. I'm not gonna pre-order or go out of my way to do ultimate editions on this because I'm afraid they're going the same route as the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. We need to fire these ethics department because they're not your friend. They're the ones that cost you all this money. It has nothing to do with console exclusivity. It has nothing to do with any other decisions. And even if you have a story-based game that has a lot of mini games, it'd probably be a little bit more enjoyable if you got rid of the big elephant that... Look, I have leftist friends. I know leftist friends in real life that don't like Sweet Baby Inc., that do not like hit detection, because it reminds them of Anita Sarkeesian, and you know how ignorant Anita Sarkeesian is. I don't need to talk about it. Now, granted, I don't agree with what Gamergate did. What Gamergate did was awful, and they should be charged with every threat that they put out there. But I will also say, too, you know, and don't get me wrong, I'm all for diversity, but the problem I have with these companies, these berus, and like most other people, and again, this is the only video I'm going to do. I'm not really a political type of channel, but I'm getting political now because this affects all of us as gamers. Because we can look at all the games that comes out, and it's all going to be like this. It's all going to turn to garbage. It's all going to, all the stuff we love, the IPs we used to grow up to, it's going to be, you know. And then soon after they get rid, after they destroy all the franchise games, they're going to go into online games like Fortnite. They're going to go on everything and just ruin everything. This is why this needs to stop now. This needs to end right now. And that's why I say this might divide my fan base, but you know what? I'm okay to speak my truth. Because this is getting out of hand. This is getting completely out of hand. And now I'm nervous. I'm even nervous for the Elden Ring DLC because they might put some DEI content there too. You know? They might put some DEI content in that too. But, you know, it's kind of offensive to a trans person if you're going to make them masculine. They kind of want to become feminine. That's the idea of changing to the other end. Just like a woman who wants to become a man, they want to be completely masculine. And I also think that's unprogressive about this is that if we're going to have ugly women, where's Cloud with the dad bod? Where's Kratos with the dad bod? Where's, you know, Dante with the dad bod? You know what I'm saying? Where's the dad bods? It's only women they target, which is kind of sexist if you think about it. It's like, I don't know how you guys could call yourself progressive when you only target. Isn't that called prejudice? And then on top of that, I've seen some of the characters, like I've seen Forspoken. Like, I'm going to talk about Forspoken for a minute. The character is a black girl who has no father, gets in a lot of trouble. And it's like, how stereotypical do you have to be? How far do you have to push a stereotype that... And that's the thing. It's like, if you're going to call yourself progressive and not racist, why would you put something that affects... And I'm mixed. I'm a mixed race man who grew up with no father. So this affects me too. It's like, why would you make a black character fatherless? That's kind of a bad stereotype, don't you think? Of course, then again, these guys are so progressive. It's just like the people. I mean, it's just like the uber conservatives that hate gay marriage so badly. It's like, you know, really deep inside they feel it. I think deep inside that the Sweet Baby Inc. hit detection, deep inside they're really wearing the white hoods. Because why in the world would you go for... And if you're going to make a character of color, why would you push a stereotype on them? Why would you go for a negative stereotype? That's disgusting and racist. And we're like, well, it's a positive stereotype. No. Even if it's a positive stereotype. Even if you know, it's just like if you go and tell an Asian they're good at math. It does not matter. You're racist because it pertains to that race. It's offensive to that race because that, you know, you're saying that's all they're known for. And that's the thing. Forspoken went completely with it. They swam right into it with the stereotype, because the fact that you got a black character who has no father, and being a biracial man and going by a father, I'm gonna be honest, I'm sorry, that's just unacceptable, and personally, I'm offended. You know, it's funny that you go out of your way not to offend people, but then you make the characters go through some stereotypical arc on top of them being a stereotype. You know, not on, I mean, on top of them being a stereotype, and then also when you do this stuff and make only the women ugly and not the men ugly, you exclude the lesbian and bisexual community. So are you saying that what bisexuals and lesbians want is wrong too? Because if you're saying that, then my God, them white hoods are too tight. They're choking you. Them white hoods must be really tight. You might want to loosen up those white hoods that you guys wear, because that's what you really think. Because I can't imagine. Okay, I can't imagine. And then that's my little rant on that. But also, this is for business reasons. We've seen time and time again, games aren't selling the way they should. We've seen God of War, the God of War Ragnarok, not sell very well because of that. A Horizon Forbidden West, and I love the first Horizon Zero Dawn. The first Horizon Zero Dawn was good. I'll give Horizon Zero Dawn the credit because it's in a survival era, so it makes sense why Aloy's not dulled up. But I think the peach fuzz was actually on purpose and deliberate. So it's just like, I don't know how you call this progressive. If you guys are progressive feminists, why would you go make the women ugly and not do nothing with the men? I thought if you guys were feminists, you would try to go out of your way to make men ugly and stupid. I mean, there's a huge cognitive dissonance I'm starting to see, with these berus. But for business, at time and time again, God of War Ragnarok. I don't think Final Fantasy 16 had that. But Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, yes, it had Sweet Baby Inc. Not just on the censorship of Tifa. And don't get me wrong, like I said, I'm very mixed on the whole Sid situation and Rebirth. But the Sid situation where he's not like drink your goddamn tea and abusive to his wife and stuff like that is because it was done by a place like Hit Detection or Sweet Baby Inc. or someone like that. It's definitely one of those bureaus because they always have to hide themselves. They always gotta change their name. Why you gotta change your name if you're not doing anything wrong? Why you gotta change your name? Why change your name if you're not doing anything wrong? That doesn't make sense to me. It's because, and that's the thing, they're hiding because they know deep inside that they're wrong for all the stuff they're doing. And these companies gotta quit working for them because sooner or later they're gonna lose a lot of money. So may the crystal bless you. And we gotta expose these bureaus because these bureaus are on some darker, messed up agenda. They don't care about anything except pushing their own narcissistic views. And may the crystal bless you.